Hello, everyone, and welcome back to GodSaw's Turnbuckle. And today, I am actually going to do a brief update on the video that I recently had done, which was about the WWE Vault leaving the Peacock subscription service. So that has happened as of January 1st, and it does look like everything is off of Peacock at this point in time. Basically, as it was reported by Fightful Select and a few of the other places as well. Now, as of January 1st, there has been a little bit of an update with this one because my speculation is that it was going to go over to maybe the WWE Vault or something in that sense for many of the different things on the YouTube side, because it was very unlikely that they would open up like the WWE Network or somebody else outright looking for the library in full in general. There is a slight update with that one because it's not going over to ESPN at this point, but there's not. But the one thing that was the biggest update over the last couple of days is that, well, a lot of the pay-per-views have been showing up over on Netflix now. And that's not just for like international audiences or anything. That's just, it seems like it's worldwide for that. I'll kind of show everything with those ones as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to get the entire library. And there's still stuff that's going to maybe go up to the WWE Vault, and also the WCW Vault on the YouTube side of everything. But they don't have a full thing of that either, which I'll kind of show those a little bit to go along with everything. But it does look like a lot of the pay-per-views, the old WWE pay-per-views, are going up on Netflix, if not all of them. I'm not 100% certain. I haven't gone through everything to be certain on it, but there is a lot that got added to Netflix on the pay-per-view side from the WWE library. And yeah, so there is at least something that is going up somewhere. At this point, it is still kind of it's still kind of sad on the aspect of that they don't have the entire like library that they have, because WWE has a very expansive library of wrestling content. Not just like their Monday Night Raws, their SmackDowns, all the old NXT episodes, all the old ECW episodes, because they had the ECW library, the WCW library. They had World Class's library as well. They had the AWA library, I believe, to go along with it. There's a lot of content out there, and a lot of the library that they don't that is not put up somewhere else. And I can't imagine, unless somebody is looking to pay money for that, to have it up on their service. I can't imagine us getting all of that library in the very near future. Maybe it does trickle out on YouTube or something in that sense. But one other thing that I know was at least made mention in a couple of my comments before is that it would be awesome if they could reopen the WWE Network just for the library and not the pay-per-views or anything like that, but just for the library, to subscribe to that separately. I mean, first of all, that would be another subscription at that point. But also, the one of the reasons why Peacock, I believe, ended up getting rid of the library for the rest of the WWE library is that it really wasn't being watched a lot on Peacock, and at that point, maybe it was one of those cost-cutting measures, like, yeah, we're going to have the Saturday night main events and the NXT PLEs and everything in that sense, but there's no reason for us to have this entire library here, because not as many people would be watching it. Now, it is something that I would personally watch, but that's also me being in a spot of being in the more niche side of it and willing to go back and watch the old pay-per-views, and a lot of the old Raw episodes and everything in that sense. So I couldn't see them reopening the WWE Network just for the purposes of having the entire library up there, because I don't think it would end up being a good cost, or not. It wouldn't be like a cost cutting measure, obviously, but it wouldn't be like something that would be very profitable in the end. Would it get people to subscribe? Absolutely, it would. It would probably get a decent amount of people to subscribe, but would it? Would the amount of people that end up subscribing to it outweigh the cost of running the entire network streaming servers and the infrastructure that they would have to get everything going, and not to mention the internet usage to go along with that? Would it actually be a good investment for the company to go ahead and do that? More than likely, the answer would be no on that, because they would probably be looking for somebody to go ahead and just actually outright purchase the rights to have the entire library on their streaming service and have them run it, versus WWE just running it themselves and having people to maintain the servers, maintain everything to go along with it. So I couldn't imagine them doing that, and I don't. And with the aspect of watching old content like that being such a niche thing, I don't think it would be something that they would end out doing in the end. But at least we are getting a decent amount of the pay-per-views out there. I did kind of want to go ahead and show this, like what we have on the WWE Vault side as of right now. Now, they're not typically uploading on a daily basis, though they may have they may go live with something or something in that sense. But you're like, recently they did like a whole thing with Roddy Piper, everything in that sense. I absolutely love the WWE Vault channel. It's been great, but it's not one of those things where you're gonna end up getting all of the pay-per-views, everything in that sense. But they do go live with a bunch of stuff. Like right now, they're doing a Golden Era watch party. They did recently do the full event of Survivor Series 1991 and everything in that sense. So you're getting a few pay-per-views over here. Like they were putting up they were doing old Survivor Series and everything like that recently. And of course they have a bunch of playlists in there as well to go along with that. Now, one of the other things that is the thing on here, they don't like, their playlist doesn't necessarily have like all where like the basic pay-per-views are, but they have like 12 different full length Hell in a Cell matches. They have full length events, which looks like it's going to be probably the pay-per-views and also old Saturday night's main events and maybe a few other things. They have more found footage from NXT, which has been great. One of the other things that I remember like early on with this is that they would randomly tape house shows and put them on the WWE Vault, and not like the full house shows themselves, but like particular matches. So one of the things that I remember like they had put up on the Vault at one point in time, especially with the house show side, was an old, not an old match, but like they had taped a match from Japan, which was Bayley defending the WWE Women's title against Meiko Satomura as well. So they were putting house show matches on here to go along with that. Then they have their WCW Vault channel, which they don't necessarily upload too terribly often. It looks like they at least get an upload a day for that. And of course, they do like their live watch parties as well over there. They have fewer playlists over here, but you can kind of find things a little bit more often. They do have like full episodes of WCW Monday Nitro, the Thunder. They do, but they only have 46 episodes of both of those, and they only have 39 of the pay-per-views so far as well. They do have a bunch of like full-length matches. I imagine these full World Championship Wrestling episodes were probably maybe Saturday. Let's see here. Let's actually take a look at the quick playlist here. Okay, so they have like a Rock and Roll Express one. Okay, I was thinking that this might have been. Okay. I was thinking that may have been like like their Saturday night show or one of the other shows as well. And then they have like 14 of the Clash of Champion pay-per-views as well. So they do have a decent amount over here, but it's not everything. Now, what's been happening over on Netflix, what I've seen here is just a lot of the pay-per-views have been added as of late. Like we've gotten all the WrestleManias, all the SummerSlams are there. Elimination Chamber looks like all those are there. Same with Armageddon, Survivor Series, the Royal Rumble is in there as well. They do have a Raw Vault as well. The thing with the Raw Vault, though, is it's not a full complete set of all the old Raw episodes. And I think that's maybe some stuff will get added to that. I don't know. But the only the full years that they have are 2022, 2023, and 2024. Everything else is kind of sporadic and only has so many episodes for the year to go along with it. So it's not complete by any stretch of the imagination. Now, one of the things I saw in here as well is that they actually have the old UK pay-per-views in here as well. They have all the old UK pay-per-views. And by the UK ones, I mean the UK specific ones that happened in the late 90s, like 99 and the early 2000s, where they were on their European tour, and they would actually do like a specific UK only pay-per-view, which was pretty much just a glorified house show, but was done for pay-per-view. And honestly, I've watched a bunch of them in the past, and they are kind of fun, but you don't expect too much out of those because they don't really do a lot of like heavy storytelling or anything like that. It wasn't like fully canon to what you would normally see on weekly television, into the pay-per-views and everything like that. But the only other thing here with this is that, yeah, we're getting a lot of the old WWE pay-per-views and everything in that sense, but we're not getting anything WCW wise at all. Nothing WCW in terms of pay-per-views or anything like that. And then there is no ECW pay-per-views, with the exceptions of course, ECW's December to Dismember, which was, well, yeah, that episode. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that there. I might even cut that out, though we don't really show anything there. And then also they have the one night stand shows as well, to go along with it. So they have all the one night stand shows, which do include the ECW ones at the beginning with 2005 and 2006. So that's the only ECW stuff that you're getting on Netflix right now in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, it looks like some of the vault is going to be there. Mostly the pay-per-views, and then a lot of the old, actual, what is it? Sorry, stumbling over my words there. But a lot of the old pay-per-views on Netflix, and like a sporadic amount of things and maybe episodes on the WWE Vault channel. I don't know if we're going to get like a full vault ever again, which is kind of sad. Now, there are particular ways of being able to get that if you so wish to go search for it. There is ways of getting what you're looking for, but it might be a little bit more difficult at this point in time unless a place like ESPN or maybe Netflix decide to say, oh yeah, we'll take the entire WWE Vault in general to go along with it, and pays them extra money to do so, which I don't see that being the case in any way, shape, or form, which is kind of sad. It's kind of sad. I wish it was better for that, but yeah, maybe we'll get to see the whole WWE Vault at some point in time, like we had back in the WWE Network days. I don't anticipate that being the case. But yeah, hopefully something ends out happening, or maybe things slowly trickle into YouTube and maybe we get something else elsewhere to go along with it. Feel free to leave a comment down below with everything as well. And yeah, feel free to like to the video, subscribe to the channel to go along with that. And with that being said, everybody, I hope you all take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great rest of your day.